this picture represents the height of the imperial age of Roman law, the imperial period. And you know, under the Roman system, the emperor, as established by Augustus, was considered to be like the executive. The Senate would pass laws. The Romans believed that you could actually create a law for reasons, whatever, and that you didn't have to go to the gods or to some pre-existent what would you call it, form, legal form. You could actually create a law, and the Senate was the legislative body that could create laws when they needed to. But what they did, they would create these laws throughout time, and then they would be codified. They'd have to be codified so that lawyers could consult them. In other words, it would create a library of the laws that the Senate had passed. And one of the duties of the emperor, besides his military duties, was to codify the law. So the Roman law under Hadrian was codified by a jurist named Gaius. So this is called Hadrian in the office of Gaius the jurist. Now, I put the Pantheon in the background because you associate the Pantheon with Hadrian. And actually, some people think, some historians think he had a hand in designing, not just, Apollodorus of Damascus was the architect, but Hadrian was also very talented vis-a-vis architecture himself. And some people think the design is based upon his ideas and not Apollodorus of Damascus. In fact, it's an interesting thing about Apollodorus of Damascus is that there was another major project. It was called the Temple of Venus in Rome. It was dedicated to the goddess Venus, and who was a particular goddess patroness of Hadrian. But also, Rome was considered to be a deity also, and they had a model of the edifice, which is kind of now it's a ruin. But Apollodorus of Damascus was looking at it, and Hadrian was, explaining how each end was a little edicula, a big edicula where the goddess was seated. Rome, and on the other end was Venus. And Apollodorus of Damascus said to Hadrian, he said, "Sire," he said, "if the goddess stood up, she would bump her head on the ceiling," right? And all the courtiers laughed at his little joke. Hadrian didn't laugh, and he had him killed. Right? He was a very vain man. So anyway.